And familiar closeness is a particular type of being close to one another. It is a form of love, a form of pleasure in being with one another. It's not any old intimacy. It's the intimacy that springs from acceptance. It springs from accepting physical closeness, intimacy of pleasure and joy that we are experiencing things together. So what happens if a modern family no longer has that pleasure? Well, then the family breaks down. The coexistence, the pleasure in coexisting no longer exists. The family ends. Yeah. Well, then you need family therapy, right? Could they rediscover this pleasure in being together? I don't know. I don't do therapy. What I do is that I talk to families for therapeutic reasons, yes, but what we do is that we reflect. We reflect with every member of the family, because the family is a system consisting of individuals. Each one of those individuals has a consciousness or awareness. They want to live a good life and they don't want to feel bad in their familiar relationships. So it has to do with awareness. If you're aware that you want to live well and that you don't want to experience pain, that has to do with respecting yourself and the pleasure of living with other people from a reflexive independence. When the family first arose in our ancestors, that kind of coexistence was traded, was passed on to the children. They learned this form of coexistence. And that's how human coexistence arose and our genus to which we belong. There are other beings too. Homo sapiens amasaro. We wrote down Homo sapiens amans. Homo sapiens is a word that refers to the genus, to the human family. Sapiens, however, strictly speaking, means that we have a lot to do with language. We added amans to say that language arose from a particular experience, from a particular kind of love, and that has been conserved and traded, passed on. That's why we said to begin with that we have to speak of Homo sapiens amans amans. That's not a traditional zoological term, it's just a term that we have coined in order to create a relationship to the kind of being we are today. We are beings full of love. We are Homo sapiens amans from the genus amans, which continues to exist today. It could be a different genus, a different origin. There could be Homo sapiens aggressens or arrogance. But we have been born as loving beings. You still don't know where we are going. Aggression and arrogance could be conserved too.
Lo que constituye en todo ser humano es un modo de vivir y convivir en la continua federación de mundos en el conversar.
So there is a kind of living together. The worlds are constituted all the time through speaking to one another. It's a particular genetic predisposition that we have. What we are emphasizing here is that this is a manner of living of the organism that leads to the preservation of that life. The genetic constitution bit is particularly interesting because we exist in a time where there is a lot of genetic development. We are saying everything is determined by genetics. Without our genetic dynamism, we don't exist, but it needn't determine development in each and every circumstance. It can be a point of departure. Human beings in their reproduction maintain a particular manner of life through that reproduction, and there are particular manners of living together that we are predisposed to as well. And if children develop further, they have their origin, their genetic origin, but they learn to live together with the other living beings they are in contact with every day. If you are a living being, you do live with other human beings in conversational networks. And I think we will leave the presentation here because we still have to give space to the questions. We said that we wanted to spend 45 minutes on questions and answers. So maybe we should come to an end at this point and then ask our audience whether there are any questions. Alejandra. All questions are acceptable. The questions hopefully have been written down. There are several, and we are going to walk around the auditorium to collect your pieces of paper.